Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first playoff edition of the Border NFL Gurus Commissioner's Address. And while that first week of playoffs did not disappoint, every game was a decent game right to the bitter end. And instead of me just sitting here fucking talking about it, let's do a little analyzing, shall we? Our first game. Let's start with Vic This and Suck My Ditka. Vic This taking this one by a score of 123 to 110. Suck My Ditka had a 9-point lead going into Monday night, but Vic This had Rashad Jones and Will Tye, and they showed up for him, putting up 21 points. So hence he takes that one, moves into the semifinal. That is the first time for him, I believe, in the history of the league. But yeah, Vic This moving on, our number 4 seed. Moving over to Rosterbation and Clug the Plug. Clug the Plug taking this one, led by a huge performance from Russell Wilson again, 43.28 points. Tyler Lockett had a nice day with 22 points. The Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, ultimately led to Rosterbation's demise. He was in good shape until Andy Dalton went down with that thumb injury, and he only managed to post 1.3 points prior to him departing. So tough break for him. Rosterbation officially out of the playoffs. Clug the Plug moving on to the semifinal as well. Sliding over to Peterson versus Iggy. Peterson, this was actually our biggest blowout by 25 points. Peterson taking this one 103 to 78. That Jacksonville offense, I mean, with them putting up 51, you think Allen Robinson, Bortles would have put up a little more than 31, which isn't bad, but he needed a little more than that. Unfortunately, he did not get it. So Iggy is officially out. Peterson moving on to the semifinals. And our final game, and probably our most exciting one, the Wendell Beckhams versus 4 and Out. 4 and Out walking around here Monday morning, chest puffed out, thinking it was all over. I'm sure pissed his pants a few times last night. Wendell Beckham's had a massive deficit going into Monday night, but he had OBJ and he had Lamar Miller. Both guys showed up. Unfortunately, he just fell short, just by 3 points. 4 and Out taking this one 109 to 106. It was a fucking thriller right to the end. But I digress. Wendell Beckham's our repeating league champion, will not three-peat this year. But he sure gave us a hell of an opening round match. So 4 and Out moving on. That is the first time I believe we have had the top 4 seeds moving on into the semifinals. Normally winning your division is a curse in this league, but not this year. So it is what it is. Our top 4 seeds, the powerhouse, is going to battle it out. Our first semifinal features Peterson versus Vic This. And our other semifinal obviously features number 2, Clug the Plug, versus number 3, 4 and Out. Playoff prediction segment. Looking at the semifinals, let's start with Clug the Plug and 4 and Out. I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, but I think Clug the Plug's going to take this one. 4 and Out's lack of ability at running back, lack of depth, I think is going to catch up with him this week. He's got a good roster, but without a solid running back, I don't see how he can overcome Clug the Plug. But we'll see. I mean, Gronk's back. He's healthy, obviously. He had a nice week. It's going to be a tight one, but I think Clug the Plug's going to eke this one out. I don't know how the fucking guy's been doing it all year, but he has. And what else can you say? That's a prediction. Moving over to Peterson versus Vic This. I'm going to take Vic This in the upset in this one. Peterson been strong all year, but Vic This and his waiver wire prowess, I think should be enough to knock them out. But we'll see. That's purely a guess. Peterson obviously the favorite, but Vic this he's been doing some upsetting along the way. So we will see. As far as our fallen comrades after this week, let's pay a little tribute to them. Iggy, hey, mid playoffs, bud. It's a good run while it lasted. Suck my Ditka. Decent season again. Just ran into a red hot Vic this. Until next year. The Wendell Beckhams, our defending league champ, sitting on the sidelines. Hell of an opening round matchup. Just wasn't enough. And Rosterbation played a lot like the Bengals this year. First round exit. Lo and behold, it was Andy Dalton who led to your demise. So until next year, ladies and germs, you guys, hey, you guys made it one step further than me. So congratulations. Yeah, so that is about this week's wrap up. Our powerhouses, our heavy hitters are moving into the semifinals. It's gonna be a dandy. I'm sure these guys are gonna be on the edge of their seats, trying to make a couple last-minute moves. And yeah, I guess we'll see what the future holds. So until next week, until next time, keep playing that wire. All hail the commish.